Chapter 4 The Art of Paperclip Dodging. Whoa, who's that? New teacher? She's kind of pretty. Kind of. She's gorgeous. What class is she teaching? I hope I'm in it. You think she and Mr. Deku are together? No way. They don't even look like they belong together. Izuku and Yin walked down the hallways together, catching the eye of every student as they headed towards class. Yin walked with her hands in her pockets, struggling to keep her eyes forward. If she didn't, she'd end up glaring at every kid of annoyance and probably scare them or get the bad impression formed about her. The two of them had been touring the school for a couple of hours. Since Izuku didn't have homeroom until noon, his class wasn't until after lunch. With every room they walked into, he found himself rambling, talking about the history of the authorization the food of the cafeteria hands out, everything to avoid silence. For someone with a seemingly short temper, Yin didn't talk much. In fact, she didn't talk at all. Well, at least not unless she was spoken to. Words would only come out of her mouth if it was a response to a question he asked her. Even then, her answers were short, sharp, and to the point. Tushiashi was right. She was a glacier, cold, hardcore, and impossible to move. She didn't seem to be rude, more blunt than anything. A little sharp tongue, but nothing harmful. The third bell rang. I should get to my homeroom class. Would you like to come with me? You can introduce yourself. My entire class will be taking your self-defense elective. Sure. Another short answer. Again. Atura jumped from his seat, his mouth hanging open. Yin? Standing at the front of the classroom with Izuku, she crossed her arms over her chest with a troubling temper. Why are you yelling? She hissed to herself. Do you know her? Koda asked, who sat at the desk beside Atura. Yeah, she's my sister. From another... it's just weird that you refused to drop me off this morning. The bus really sucks. Atura complained. From another what? Koda repeated, lost. Anyway, this is Yinlin, who she'll be Ladybug's replacement while she's on maternity leave teaching the self-defense class. Please treat her with respect. The class muttered under their breaths. She's kind of scary. Are she and Suzumi really related? They look like total opposites. I think he said she was from another father. Think they're half-siblings? Sis, what about being a cop? Did you get fired? Arthur questioned with a teasing tone, placing his hands on his hips coyly. Suddenly, a paperclip sitting on the desk of the platform at the front was flying towards him. Yin flicking it off the surface towards his face at an extreme speed, and the room fell silent. Everyone stunned, frozen in their spot, as Atura clutched his forehead, eyes wide in betrayal. Ow! What the hell, sis? He winced, rubbing the sore spot. You talk too much, she did pant, casually dusting off her fingers like she didn't just launch a projectile with pinpoint accuracy. The students exchanged nervous glances. She's fast, one whispered. She's scary, another one corrected, shrinking in their seats. Izuku still stayed beside her, tried to recover from a shock. I didn't see her hand move. His hero-trained eyes usually caught even the fastest of movements, but she was on a whole nother level. Clearing his throat, he forces a smile, determined to keep the atmosphere from spiraling into fear. Anyways, like I said, this is Miss Lin. She will be teaching self-defense for the hero course, and I'm sure you'll learn a lot about her. From her. Yin shot him a side glance, clearly unimpressed with the formal title. Atra, still rubbing his forehead, grumbled. Yeah, we get it, but for real, sis. Why are you here? Shouldn't you be doing cop stuff? You're even in uniform. I got temporarily resigned, she muttered. Atura's eyes narrowed in suspicion. Reassigned? That sounds like you got baited, didn't you? Yin's jaw clenched, and Atura gasped, pointing at her dramatically. You got baited! And another paperclip shot at him, hitting the exact same spot as before. Stop that! The class erupted into hushed giggles, some students covering their mouths as they tried to hold back their laughter. Even Izuku had to bite the inside of his cheek to keep him from smiling. Yin rolled her eyes, finally addressing the students properly. All right, listen up. You all are here to become heroes, right? I'm not here to hold your hand, and I'm definitely not here because I want to be. She let her sharp gaze travel across the classroom, sending shivers down their spines. But if you don't half-ass my class, I promise you'll leave even stronger than you were before. At least to make this shit fun for me. Understood? A murmur of casual agreements, more cautious, more likely, spread throughout the students, and Izuku clapped his hands together, a nervous laugh escaping. Well, that's a great start. Let's thank Miss Lin for taking the time to be here. Thank you, Miss Lin. Her face contorted. Drop the formalities. Just call me Yin. I'm not that much older than you guys. 6 years apart is old, Atura snickered. And once again, a paper clip flew at him. Again, he managed to dodge it. The tiny projectile ricocheting off the back wall. Yin's eyebrows raised slightly. So you can avoid it. Atura stuck out his tongue triumphantly. Of course I can. How many paper clips are sitting up here? Izuku tilted his head. She's only 21? He had assured she was older, or at least his age. Based on her preferences, the way she carried herself made her more seasoned. But now that he thought about it, there was something youthful about her, buried underneath the hard exterior, the quick temper, the way she handled Atura like an annoying little brother. Even the way she flicked paper clips at people. He suppressed a smile. Somehow, he felt more relaxed knowing he had 3 years of seniority over her. She seemed less intimidating. And who was he kidding? He was still scared like a little schoolboy.